Greetings dear friends, Dragon here once again. It is Eastern Heroes time. I've just had this arrive today. This is the third volume of the Bruce Lee specials, and this one dedicated to the Green Hornet. Let us take a little look together and see what you will get. If you're lucky enough to get one of the collector's editions, you get a bunch of extra goodies. So we get a wee poster version of the front cover, along this very spiffy little green Hornet envelope with a little collector's badge inside there too. I have our little, if the camera will focus on that, a little wee Eastern Heroes Green Hornet collector's badge. I have our very fancy little Green Hornet envelope containing some photo reprints from Bruce from the show. Very cool. Let us get into the actual mag itself. So, quick little editorial kicking things off here. Then we dive into John Negron's little introduction. A large part of the content for this issue came from John Negron's incredible collection. He's kind of thrown open the doors and let everybody get a glimpse of the incredible collection of memorabilia and artifacts from the show that he's put together. So he writes a little introduction for this issue and gives us some great Green Hornet facts about the origins of the show, along with a whole bunch of different promotional stills from the show itself. Very cool. The Green Hornet Annual. Then we move into a photo gallery of the restoration of the car from the show, the Black Beauty, which takes us through beat by beat as the car was put back together and restored to its former glory. I never actually quite appreciate how big that car is. You can see the guy standing beside it. It's huge. Very cool. I think it is now homed in the Patterson Automobile Museum in Los Angeles. Then Mike Nisbet shares some of his autographed images collection. So this is kind of autographs from some of the cast and crew of the show he's been able to put together over the years. Managed to get a great still from the crossover episode between Green Hornet and Batman, and it looks like he's got everybody's signature connected to the show there. Madam West and Burt Ward. Linda Lee, very cool. Van Williams and Bruce Lee together. Pretty impressive. And Jason McNeil gives us Robin v. Cato behind the scenes of the Battle of the Sidekicks, about the time when Burt Ward had to face off against Bruce Lee in the crossover episode. We get recollections from Van Williams and from Burt Ward. Quite conflicting recollections, I have to say, which is quite amusing when you're reading them through. They have very different recollections. Memory serves everybody differently, I guess. But interesting to kind of read both of their two perspectives. And then Jason also gives us Let's Go Cato, the long strange trip of the Green Hornet supercar. And so again, diving into the Black Beauty and the story behind it. Along with some kind of excellent little kind of wee stills. And again, from the crossover episode, we see the Batmobile and the Black Beauty together. Pretty damn cool. Then Simon Pritchard breaks down the Green Hornet screen test, which I think you can still find on YouTube. It's kind of a great early example of kind of Bruce explaining his craft, explaining kind of his philosophy behind Kung Fu, and him testing out for the show. Very great. Bruce demonstrating tiger and crane forms at the end there. Then Hector Martinez once again throws open the doors of his incredible collection, but this time gives us some of the treats that he has that are relating specifically to the Green Hornet, and tells his story about a couple of the bits and pieces that he's been able to find at various auctions and on Etsy. And then we get a huge section dedicated to John Negron's incredible collection, which is huge. Really, he breaks down an awful lot of the stuff that he has for us. Let's just see across examples of the Black Beauty, some of the Green Hornet board games that were made, his various display cabinets housing a small part of his collection. More display cabinets, some of the action figures, some magazines, some of the masks, a lot of publicity stills. For a quite short-lived show, there was an insanely large amount of memorabilia produced for it. Some figures, and John alongside his collection. Thanks again to John for sharing all this with us. A small smattering of some of the magazines and comics. It looks like Alex Ross's cover for Kevin Smith's Batman 66 meets the Green Hornet. One of the Alex Ross covers there. More magazines and comics. And then a few miscellaneous items. Green Hornet spoons, Repro masks, some pins. Green Hornet wrist radios, playing cards, wow. Stickers. Looks like rings at the bottom there. Pretty damn cool. A Green Hornet Puncho Ball, walkie-talkies. Green Hornet cereal, amazing. Green Hornet viewfinder, awesome. Looks like a wee inflatable. Green Hornet ice cream sandwiches box. Wow. Some publicity stills, records, signed photos and t-shirts. And then we jump into the German collectors. So Thomas Gross once again opens up the doors of his archive. Some lobby cards from Germany. Full-size poster magazines. Different lobby cards look like they might be from Italy. Very, very cool. Probably the only way you're going to be able to get your hands on, or get close to being able to kind of see some of these, because they're probably hard to find. Looks like scripts. Some more publicity stills there. Awesome. Then there is me. And I dived into kind of some sort of Green Hornet related items that you can still get on Blu-ray on other formats. A bit tricky given that the Green Hornet itself has never been released on Blu-ray or really or properly on DVD. So I kind of this time round explored the Batman box set. Michel Gondry's more recent interpretation of the Green Hornet starring Seth Rogen and Jay Chu. A couple of this questionable authenticity DVDs that you can kind of get through Amazon, and then a few other bits and pieces, so some comic books. And it's the Kevin Smith book that we previously saw in John's collection there, which you can still get as a graphic novel, or you can try and track down the individuals. The covers on these amazing by Alex Ross. And I did a little summary of some of the action figures and mentioned briefly Dragging the Bruce Lee story, which has kind of got a little behind the scenes kind of reenactment of Bruce's first day on the set of the Green Hornet. And guys, that is your mag. That is it. That is Bruce Lee special number 3. Goes alongside number 2, if you've already tracked that down, and number 1. Next up is going to be the special dedicated to Game of Death, which I think will be out pretty damn soon. But yeah, very, very cool. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting these. I'm very, very proud to play a very small part in putting these together. I'm very much enjoying writing my little section. I'll be back again in issue 4, and we'll hopefully be back in the Game of Death special too. But guys, thank you very, very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.